Oh, ho, 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 ho. Eight Forza Motorsport videos. Let me wait till I see a picture come up. There it is. So it looks like we're good to go. We're gonna go to Nurburgring Sprint Circuit. Looming class, looming. There, looming. Continue. Performance. We don't need any of that. Nurburgring. My dad used to run this track, but this is the sprint circuit. He used to run the full circuit on, man, I don't remember if that was, the old Xbox. I got him.
The first 4 turns of the Nurburgring short
Old
circuit
Xbox,
make
but
up
maybe
an
I
omega
got him
shape
a 360.
where you may be
Maybe he was
fighting
running
position
on it.
just inches away from your competition.
I can't even remember now, but he used to run it for a while. Oh, ironically, just remember. The reason he stopped, because he said it was bothering his eyes. Kind of crazy. All right. Let's start practice. Ah! He passed back in. Everything happened so fast back then. I wasn't, wife in 20, and him a year later, so 21. A lot of crap happened in those years. We couldn't be around each other much. We both like to argue. I'd go back and spend 3 days. And by the end of the 3 days, it was like everything was arguing. It sucked because I always wanted to be there longer. It was very difficult. Not his fault. He was a good guy. We were just too similar, I guess. But he spent his time here, and now he's off to something better. Who knows? I'll catch up with him on the other side. I'll just tell you, I went through some shit. Now everybody goes through. I'm not saying I'm special. But all mine happened, within the space of a year and a half, and I did not perform well in getting through it, not as well as other people I've seen. And I was really at the bottom for a while. Not that anybody knew me really knew, I guess, because I moved away from everybody, was out in the middle of sticks, where nobody that knew me was around. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't have did that, but that's just me. I've always been an introvert. You can't tell it from the videos because I get crazy, but there's not a crowd here. When I get in crowds, man, it's like it just, oh man, it feels to me like the energy is being sucked out of me in all directions. Just completely drained. So if I go to an event with crowds, I'm like knocked out for 2 days afterwards. And You know, maybe that's all, maybe that's spiritual energy stuff. I don't know. I got no good answers. I'm not going to sit here and tell you I know, because I don't. I just know that's how it is. And life normally for me is much easier when I'm away from large amounts of people. Or go one-on. I love being around people, but just like a one-on-one or one on a small group. I enjoy the communication and the joking and laughing, all that. I'm just not great with big groups. Man, I thought that car went a totally different way. I'm just kind of driving the track here. Learn the track, follow the car. I ain't even focused on it. See what's happening here. This is subliminal training. I'm talking to you about all kinds of crap. And I'm thinking about it. With my super brain, super mind, is soaking in all the details and contours, every inch of asphalt. Quite a curve. Has that been there the whole time? I don't remember doing that before. I'm on my third lap. Guess I was yapping and didn't even notice that before. So anyway, I moved out in the middle of nowhere, Texas. I have to say Texas like Texas. Move to Texas. Because when you come here, you get an accent. They issue it with your Texas house that you buy. Or you buy. So you pay high freaking Texas property taxes. But I like Texas. Don't get me wrong. I love Texas actually. Other than that, high freaking property taxes. Which I don't like. Property taxes. Let me give you my opinion on property taxes. Best laps 48. Most taxes are theft, I would say. But property taxes, when you instigate as a politician and you implement a property tax on anything, car, any kind of property, in Texas case, it's on your home, your land, and all that. What you are saying as a politician is that there is no land ownership. You are renting the land from the state at a rate determined by the state that you as an individual have no say in. Now you can say, well, you get to vote. Well, that doesn't matter much, does it? Just ask those people that voted for, what was her name? Kamala last time around. Did they feel like they're included? Now, I voted for the other guy myself. I like Trump. But voting doesn't get you what you believe is right. It just doesn't. For this time it worked. The last time when the Democrats cheated, it didn't work. But these politicians can sit there and adjust this crap around, and they do it in such a way that they can get away with it. They tricks, you know, make their adjustments right after the election. So by the time they've been in, it's been years since they've really pissed everybody off. And they'll have their partners in the opposite party arrange some big fight to get everybody emotionally involved in supporting the guy that just raised your taxes again. It's all a big game, and the two parties work together, and they know how to play the emotions. Unfortunately, the majority of Americans' attention spans are horrid. And most people don't want to be involved in politics, myself included. I'm very interested and vocal about politics. Man, it would be nice if things just ran themselves and you didn't have this. The only reason that you have to be involved is because there are people out there, Democrats, Rhino Republicans, who are constantly on the march to advance the power of the state in every possible form and function that is imaginable, because they are paid for and supported by the New World Order. Thank you, George Bush. And they just want to rule the world. This is my rant time. I can learn to track and rant. You can see me in a bit of that section of the track. I'm always like sitting up in the chair trying to see over the hill, like that's really unchanging. Like I know there's a turn coming. I don't know how close to it. So anyway, that's my political rant for the day. I won't bore y'all. Piss off half of my 7 subscribers. I don't know. Do I even have 7? I think I got like 5. Let's go for 10, guys. Get me 3 more subscribers this week, will you? And then next week we'll go for 15. I was gonna say 20, but that's pushing it.
Race starts in 5 minutes.
Look at that. Race starts in 5 minutes. She's on. One lap there. I feel like I have not learned this track at all, but I have had fun. Yep. Yep. Did I get a penalty on that? 52. Trying to get a 140. All right. That's enough practice. Let's do a race. Do my fuel thing this time. Remember the fuel. That was a nice picture. Should have snapped that as a screenshot. This might be the last time using this car. I want to switch back to my Mazdas as soon as I can. Car, fuel and tire. Featured race 5 laps. We don't need 18 laps worth of fuel. Let's make it 6 laps. And let's go race, guys. Position 12. They think I'm going to projected between 6 and 8. Man, they're kind of knocking me down a bit there. Nurburgring. Hanging out in Germany. Looks kind of cloudy out there, doesn't it? Nurburgring. Fahrvergnügen. All right, guys. We are gaining ground. We're up in the 7th position already. We're having some Fahrvergnügen. I think. If I remember. I think that word means a good thing. You know, they used to have a commercial. All right, shut up. Focus. You want to at least be on the podium. I think you can do it. I believe in you. Gosh darn it. And you're a swell guy. Focus. But you guys don't know this. It's racing. What you're watching here is not a battle of me racing other cars. It's a battle of me racing my attention deficit disorder. My ability to not stay focused on what I'm supposed to be focused on. It's like a fierce dragon chasing me through the forest of Fahrvergnügen. And I'm hiding behind trees and then jumping out every now and then and shooting an arrow at it. And did you see that? You see that? I just passed somebody in 6th place now. This is where they projected me in the racing in 6th place. And I am on 2nd lap and I'm already in the 6th place. So we're going to prove the experts wrong. Those experts are not experts. They're just people. Other people claim to be experts because they read a book. You know, experts. I keep seeing a car going the other day. It must be the other part of the track. I don't know what's going on. I'm seeing things. I'm hallucinating. I'm a hallucinator. Hallucinator potator. Don't know what that means, but not a couch potato. I ain't got a couch. I sold it a long time ago just so I wouldn't become a couch potato. Honestly, I did. That's the reason I sold it. I was like, man, I'm gonna spend my life laying around on the couch. So I traded it for a computer chair. Like traded it. Sold the couch. Yep. I have to say though, it's not as easy to get like super comfortable, like nap time comfortable in a computer chair. But I can do it. I have taken 3 naps in this chair. Hey, I gained ground. I'm in a position of 5 right now. Blame that on me?
Total time penalty is about half a second.
That was his fault. That was his fault.
Total time penalty is about 1.5 seconds.
Judge. The judge is against me. Stupid judges. It's a rig system. You know, I was talking about something long ago and I got sidetracked. Start this all well talking about my dad and him passing over, and how he's doing great things now, elsewhere or here. Who knows? Well, not here directly, but somewhere else on the planet, maybe. Maybe he is. Let's see. If he went out and came right back in, and that was 2021, this is 2025, so he could be a 4-year-old right now. I doubt it. He probably took a break. I mean, who wouldn't take a break after hanging out in this place for 80-some years, 83 years, I think he was. I'd take a break after. In fact, I plan on not going back. I'm going to some other realm after this. I see. I don't know what it's cold. Earth realm. I'm really tired. But I kind of think that's what we're here for. That's where I was leading to. I think my belief now, after I lost a few people and a few cats, I know that probably doesn't mean much to a lot of people, but to me, they're family. They're the ones that don't suck my energy dry. They seem to recharge. But, so because of that, I guess because of that, I don't know. When I was at my worst, I started watching a ton of videos and I didn't purposely seek them out. I don't know. The algorithm found me somehow. Maybe it's because I was searching on stuff on how to deal with grief. Maybe that's how the algorithm switched me down, or they got them out. The near-death stuff started popping up on my algorithm. Near-death experiences. And so while I was doing nothing else, all I was doing, man, was laying in bed eating myself to death. Slow suicide, whether I was doing it intentionally or not, can't really tell you. All I know is I didn't really care anymore, and that's what I was doing. And those videos started popping up, and I got kind of hooked on them. I watched over the course of the summer there. Man, I can't even tell you. Probably hundreds. Different channels. There's a lot of different channels putting them out there now. And this was information that was not available to mankind before, because it was always tapped down by churches, because, well, the whole system, man. Governments, churches, those are power organizations. They exist to control the masses and to sap money out of the masses. Now, I know churches do some good, and governments can do some good. Some theoretically. But, anyway, after watching so many, I come to the realization that
Well done.
there is no death. And that doesn't mean you should go out, revoke yourself from the game. No, I got a third that time. 1:30 on the penalties. I hate getting penalties. Come on, I always get dinged and nobody else does. 50-second, or half a second and a half second. Down to second place. Enjoy again. Anyway, so that realization kind of second place in the Practical Performance series. That finished off that series. So, that time was very educational for me. And I have a whole new belief about things. I was always anti. If I could say it in the most precise terms possible, I would say I was always anti-false authority. People that claim they have some kind of authority over you, but they don't really. And here I am on Earth, man. This is the place for that. Governments and religions. And they've conned everybody, or they've conned the majority into going along. But I don't know how to fix it either. And I think my theory is that and this is from stuff gleaned from all these different near-death experiences. I think when we're outside, it's pretty much perfection. We get whatever we want. We can do whatever we want. We're way more, we feel the connection to God, what people would call God's source. So these realms, I think, are created so we can come in and experience that separation, so we don't have that active. And we're always connected, but the connection's hidden. The veil, as some would say. The veil hides the connection, and we're here and all this. Oh my gosh, this is all terrible and all this stuff. And it is from within it. But I think it's just like a video game, man. I think when we get out, it's just like when you and your buds are playing a shooter game of some kind and you're killing each other, and even in the midst of the game you might get pissed at somebody, they cheated or whatever they did, you know. And but then after you exit the game and you meet each other in real life, you're all laughing about it and joking about it. Whereas in the game you were killing each other, literally. So I think that's what this place is, man. This is, we get to play around, experiment. There's a lot of people selling the idea that, we need to make this a better place and all that. I don't think that's possible. I don't think this place was meant to be a better place. In fact, I think it's enough like a simulation as we know it, like a game world, that it knows. One of the things I've found is the more you dig on any subject, I found this by going down rabbit holes and conspiracy, but it does not matter what subject you dig on. There is never an end to it. You will think for a day or maybe even a week, I got to the end of this. Here's the end of it. But something will pop up. And I think that is the game engine. The nature of the game engine is to always provide you a next door, a next opening. Because it's got to keep you wanting to move forward. That's the attempt. I think people that do kind of lose it, get tired, they lose that motivation to move forward, and they check out. And I was flirting with that. Not that I would ever do it intentionally. Like I said, I was kind of doing it unintentionally via eating myself to death for a while. But and I think it was unintentional. It was a coward's way, because I feel like it's cheating. It's cheating the game to take yourself out of the game intentionally. But if it's an accident, but I'm well beyond that now. I want to see what I can build inside of the game. When you start looking at it like that, it's like, okay, this world's a canvas. You get to build what you want, and that what you want is half of it. Half of the problem for me, anyway, or more than 90%. What do I want? Because I've gotten to a place where I didn't want any. You know, a lot of people, their problem is they want way more than what they can get it. Well, they can get it, but they just want it, and they never really figure out how to engage the game correctly to manifest what they want. They manifest what they think they can have. And they say they want this thing, but they really only think they can have this thing, so that's where they stay. So once you realize anything's possible, that changes your perspective on it. The hard thing that I've most had a problem with, though, is, well, does it really good? That has been my last big battle. Does any of it really matter? I think it must, because we're here. And if I'm not going to cheat and leave, myself outside of the game put me here for a reason. So let's try and live up to that and play the best game possible, now that I know what's going on, now that I understand it. And that's how, and I still want to play it my way. I'm convinced now. I'm not one of these people that's like, I'm gonna put my nose to the grindstone and so I can make millions of dollars. No, I'm like, I've done the nose to the grindstone thing before. Thank you, AT&T, for kicking me out 2 years short of getting my full retirement, because of they wanted to experiment on all of their employees with an untested medicine. It was like, y'all know what that's about. And I was unwilling to do it, so I was out the door. But in retrospect, I think it's a good thing, because it put me in a whole new place, and I was just biding my time back there. Wasted my time going to a job that I didn't hate the job. I liked the guys I worked with. And the job wasn't bad, especially for the pay. The pay was really good. But it's a waste of time, man, if you're not doing something with this life. Do people, and maybe people do this, because they talk about the grind on a lot of video games. I think especially maybe role-playing games. a lot of people say, well, you gotta grind it out and make your build up your character and all this so you can go on the big adventures. Maybe that's the reason I don't like RPGs really, other than Skyrim. Skyrim was great because I could fool around and play in it outside of the grind. Things would kind of build up naturally. That's how I want my life to be. I don't want to go to the same place every day, do the same thing every day. And I want to make lots of money, but I don't want to do it over 30 years. I ain't got that much time left anyway. So that's kind of my goal at this point. And the reason I'm here talking to you is because I enjoy this. I love racing. I love this. I like racing in real life too with a car. Not that I've ever drove a race car, but it's so fun, especially when I had my little Mazda 2, because it was like a little go-kart. And when you could find, you go out in the middle of the, early morning, like 2 or 3 in the morning, and you had a chance to really take a corner the way a corner should be taken. Beautiful. Fun. But the video game here gives me a chance to do that without great expense. I was writing down last night, and that's one of the things I wrote down as far as manifesting a life that would be awesome. When I get my unlimited wealth and have my property, many acres of property, I want to build a racetrack on it that I can go out and drive on anytime with any car I want, and set up, just like on the video game, set up markers that are automated where they log your time through each section of the track. I would do that. And who knows, maybe I could use the track to make some money, but I kind of think, I don't know, it seems like you always gotta have sponsors, but maybe there would be some way to make some money off of that too. Maybe I could have the track set up to be used races part of the time. But like I say, I don't want no oval track. I want tracks like on MotoGP and Forza Motorsport. I like turning 2 different directions. Sharp turns, short hard turns, long high speed turns. I love all that. Maybe I can make it something just popped in. Maybe I can build a track, and I'm sure everybody's familiar with this, the silhouette of Trump's head. And I'm a Trump fan, and I don't say this like to throw more adulations on Trump, but because I was thinking of this I would have a long curve for that long, fast track, like you get on a part of a large oval track, that long part, and then I have a lot of zigzaggy points coming back. What if it was like Trump's silhouette? Because that just hit me. You got that long curve over the top of the head out to the front of the bangs, and then a sharp cut back, and then kind of back and forth down the nose and mouth and chin. Put all that in there. That would be you could call it the Trump track. That would be freaking awesome. Anyway, we'll see how far I get in life, but I've got a different outlook on it now. And I'm done with punching a clock for somebody else to make them money. I'm going to find my own way. Gonna make my own way. All right. That is may be it for the day. I don't know. I might do some more. I might not. We'll see. Still got some more coffee in the coffee pot and in my coffee cup. So I might go ahead and start that next series. Built for Sport series. Looks like. Built for Sport. I only got a silver on oh, does that series is over? Does that mean I'm on that? Are all these blended together, I wonder? You can see I never unlocked those others. So I never got very far in all this, so we will see. Alright guys, great talking with you. Have a great day. If I don't come back, if I do come back, still have a great day.